Hi guys, Jeff and Naylor Innovations. Just wanted to give you a quick update about our new batch of Ultimate Bag Riders. We finally got some of these made. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on what's going on with these. I'm calling them the Gen 2. Did have a couple improvements I made to them. I think you'll find those worthwhile. So we have the aluminum, anodized aluminum model. You've probably seen these before. From here going forward, they're going to say patented. I got my patent on it last year. The previous one said patent pending. Everything from here forward will say patented. So if it says patented, you know you got the new Gen 2 version of these. And right off, the first improvement I did was I had some good feedback from some customers in the past that didn't like. I didn't like it either, to be honest with you, but there was always a little bit of side-to-side play. This is one of the original mounts. But when that was in there, there was always a little bit of side-to-side play. And that was intentional to keep the manufacturing cost down and the tolerances fairly open to reduce the cost of the unit. But there's always been a little bit of side-to-side play, and it had some comments, and I didn't like it, and a few customers said, well, it works great, but, I just don't like that play in there. And it's like, all right, so I had to come up with a way to get rid of that or greatly reduce it, which I did. And so I started thinking how I can reduce that without tightening up the tolerances so tight where the thing wouldn't move, especially if it got a little dirty. So what I did, I finally came up with this idea. I added a 45-degree corner chamfer on the inside of that slot on both sides there, if you can see that. But there's a little 45-degree chamfer on that edge. And then on the mount, I added a 45-degree corner fillet on the inside corner of that mount right there. So what that does, still keeping enough clearance without getting the tolerances too crazy on and driving the cost up, so it still functions freely. But with that chamfer and that 45 on there, once you put the weight of the rifle, a little downward pressure, it virtually eliminates, not 100%, but it greatly reduces that side-to-side play. Okay, because when the weight of the rifle sits down on there, it lets that mount nest down into that rider against those chamfers. Acts like a V-block. It sets down in there, and it greatly reduces any side-to-side play. So I think that's a huge improvement. Hope you guys like it. One other change I did was on the Delrin models, which I call this the Hunter model. It's a lightweight version with a sling stud installed. Came up with this, make it easier to carry in the field if you want to leave it on your hunting rifle and take it with you. It's been working pretty good. I like it. It's lighter weight. It's quiet. And I made a little bit longer adjusting rod, and I added a snap ring, a retaining ring, to the end of that adjusting rod. You can see it here on this one. There's a snap ring on the end of that rod. Main reason I did that, I was concerned that if somebody was carrying it in the field, you can carry your rifle with a sling attached, but we'll use this one for a demonstration. If you unscrew that too far, you can disengage that screw and run the risk of dropping your rifle. I didn't want that to happen to anybody. And so on the Delrin models, I made a longer screw, added the retainer clip on the end of it, which that'll prevent it from unscrewing completely where you don't run the risk of dropping your rifle. Okay, so that's our improvements on the Gen 2 Ultimate Bag Rider. Check us out. I'll try to get a couple new videos up on full disassembly and reassembly and installation. My old videos shows complete disassembly and installation. Pretty much the same. Everything's the same except for that retaining ring, which is not a big deal. With the longer screw, you might not be able to assemble it with it completely assembled. Not a big deal. Just remove the knob. After you remove the retainer plate off the front of the rider, you'll have this in here like that with the knob on there. once you remove the retainer plate, take the screw out. You can remove the knob, slide it apart. Then you can back that screw out the back of the rider, attach the mount to your rifle, run that screw back in the adjusting rod back in there, reattach the knob, slide it in the rider, reattach the retaining plate, and you're good to go. So there you go. That's our new and improved Gen 2 Ultimate Bag Riders. Real quick and easy, I'll show you real quick here how I've got an empty stock, no firearm installed. Get the rifle on a rest. I got a front rest over here. Throw it under, rear bag under it there. Now if you want to install one, quick and easy, take your sling stud out of the back of the stock, run that mount out the back of the rider where the hole's exposed. This rear hole is counterbored for the square shoulder on the sling stud, and it's also countersunk if you need to use a wood screw. I'll include one of those. Sometimes the sling stud is a little short. You might not get good thread engagement. This one I think is okay. Most of them are 1/2 inch, but a lot of them are 3/4 also. If you got the longer stud with a 3/4 inch stud, use that. If not, the 1-inch wood screw works pretty good. It's the same thread. But you just run that mount out the back of the rider, set that on the bottom of your stock, run the sling stud back in there, get it keyed on that stock nice and straight, snug that up a little bit, run that back down about in the middle of the range, and then you have an Ultimate Bag Rider installed quick and easy. Of course that needs to go a lot farther down there, but that'll ride right on a bench top or on a flat bag. I like to use cornhole bags, work really good. Some kind of small flat bag, or even on the bench top itself on a piece of carpet or something. I've had really good results with that. Quick, easy install. Like I said, I'll do some more detailed, gives you some updated, some new videos for the assembly and disassembly, but it's pretty simple. Basically all the same as far as that goes. Check us out. Naylor Innovations LLC. Have this website. Got some YouTube videos. Try to get some new videos out there. Ultimate Bag Rider, patented. New Gen 2, left side play. I think it's going to work pretty good. Come and get them, guys. I think you'll like them. Greatly reduces that vertical dispersion when you fight in the rear bag under the back of the rifle. You don't have to wrestle with it. Good for older guys like me, starting to get some arthritis. It's harder to manipulate that rear bag and maintain that elevation, because that's the most important part. Not the most important, but it's just as important. Rear support is just as important as front support. Guys will go out and spend lots of money on a precision rifle, put a $400 bipod on the front of it, and then stick a squishy bag under the back and hope for good results, which a lot of guys, I shoot with guys that are very good and can do it. Like I said, the older I get, it's a little harder to maintain that elevation. This just makes it, it's like the easy button. Set that down there on something solid, fine-tune your elevation, get good, consistent results. Especially when sighting in, load testing, you know you're getting good results or good data by using this. It just eliminates another variable, or greatly reduces the variable of the maintaining the elevation on the back of that stock. So we like it. Hope you guys like it too. Ultimate Bag Rider. Been shooting ELR the past couple years. We're stretching it out there. I hit a bowling pin at 1,345 yards, so I'm pretty proud of that. We're shooting rim fires out to 434 yards now. Use this on my rifles, but doing load testing and sighting in, you'll find out if you're the true accuracy of your rifle, the true position of it. So it helps. So I hope you guys like it too. If you've seen these in the past, yeah, the cost has gone up. Manufacturing cost has gone up. Material cost has gone up. There's no way around it. I was selling these. I was sold out a few months ago. Finally got some new ones made. And over the past 4 years, I was selling those at 4-year-old cost, manufacturing costs, and now in 2026, cost has gone up. Just the way it is. Sorry, guys, but I got to make a few bucks on it. Not making much money on them, but I just hope you like them. All right, stay tuned. Watch for more content and try to keep you up to date. We are on Facebook, Naylor Innovations on Facebook. I'll post some pictures and videos once in a while on there. Kind of any updates on there, follow us along on that. And thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support and the feedback from previous customers. And check us out. Thanks a lot.